How would you advise the one who finds it difficult to make time to seek knowledge? So then you should consider, for what purpose are you seeking this knowledge and for who are you seeking this knowledge? This is knowledge of your religion, knowledge of your worship and your obedience to Allah. This world, you've been created for worship, as we mentioned in the lecture earlier. As Shaykh bin Baz said, if you know you have been created for the purpose of the worship of Allah, then the obvious question you need to answer is, how shall I fulfill this objective Allah has created me for? How do I fulfill the worship of Allah then, if that is indeed my objective here? And that will come through seeking knowledge. There's an example we'll mention. Umar ibn al-Khattab, radiyallahu anhu. It's mentioned that he used to look after sheep at one stage, like a shepherd. He had some sheep. So he would have to look after them on a daily basis, of course. Take them out grazing on a daily basis. Look after them on a daily basis. You cannot just leave your sheep for 24 hours a day or two by themselves. They need attention. So the problem was, how was he going to go and sit with the Prophet ﷺ regularly with this job that was tying him down with his sheep? So they say, it is mentioned in a narration, that he and his neighbor made an arrangement. The arrangement they made was that they said, Umar ibn al-Khattab said to his neighbor, one day, for example, Monday, I will go and sit with the Prophet ﷺ, and you look after your sheep and my sheep. Then when I come back in the evening, I'll fill you in with everything I learned. The next day, Tuesday for example now, you go and sit with the Prophet ﷺ, and I will look after all of our sheep, mine and yours. So they alternated in this way, and in that way they didn't miss a single day with the Prophet ﷺ seeking knowledge. The Salaf were like that with their thinking. It wasn't a case of, I've got this to do, I've got that to do, there is no way I can do it. I can't find time. They found the time because they realized this is the priority in your lives. The knowledge that you seek, it is more important for you than the food that you eat. As the Salaf they mentioned, this knowledge is more important for you. You are more in need of it than you are in need of food and drink. So when a person realizes the importance of the knowledge, so a person realizes the value of the knowledge, then that person will do what it takes to be able to put time aside, as Umar ibn al-Khattab in that situation did. Today now this conference, Lamia is being taught. The one that is attributed to Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah. 32, not even 32, 16 verses of twos. There is a brother who memorized that for this conference during his drive here. Picked it up as he was driving down, memorized it on the drive, arrived here, memorized. The rest, what were you doing? Listening to the radio, BBC 5 Live, whatever it is. So now you know the difference between the one who makes time and the one who says, I can't make time, when in reality you can. You had the choice, 5 Live, or turn it off and memorize as you're coming down. 2 hours of your time, 3 hours, 4 hours as you drive around. The students in the University of Medina, the call to prayer when it was called, they would walk from their halls of residence to the masjid with books in their hands. When they were eating in the restaurants, sitting at the table, they would have a book open there, just propping onto something with their plate here. That is how they would be eating, some of them. So the reality is, it is not a case of somebody finding it difficult to make time. It is a case of somebody finding it difficult to fix their mentality. And if they could fix their mentality, in reality, you would find time. There is plenty of time. The 3-hour drive, the 4-hour drive, was that not plenty of time to memorize 16 lines of Lamia? Of course it was, but you didn't do it. So now it's a case of you wasting your time, not a case of I can't find time. So every individual needs to ponder over a situation. There is plenty of time if you make that time.